So I suspect there were a group of gang stalkers, conspirators, torturers, who set out to hurt me because they were viewing my social media content, and in their minds, they thought I needed to be humbled. Somebody says, Andrew, even if there were people who made you feel small, you make people feel small. That's not true. Who do I make feel small? First off, if everybody is ganging up on one person, if there's a group of conspirators who set out to sabotage one person, the person getting ganged up on, the person getting singled out, is often the victim of the bullying, and that would be me. And secondly, I was just going about my life trying to make a mental health recovery. I was a vulnerable mental patient. If there were people who set out to do me harm, if there were people who set out to sabotage and torture me, what the hell? Why? I think they saw my sensational social media posts, and like a pop star they didn't know. Some of these people had met me briefly and had a few short interactions with me and made up stories about me based on their short interactions with me. Others didn't know me at all and just were witnessing me through social media. And they made up these delusional narratives that I'm the villain, that I'm the monster, and they didn't know me, They were just daydreaming stories about me. It was projection. But, they wanted to believe I was a monster. They wanted to believe I was a bad guy. They wanted to believe I was a villain. And they set out to make me feel like an insect. They set out to make me feel worthless. They set out to hurt me. And, I was already humble. I was at rock bottom. Basically they were watching sensational social media performances and they wanted to hurt me because of it, not realizing it was an act. It was like a sensational professional wrestling persona in a way. If you actually meet me in real life, you'd be shocked to discover how quiet I am, how humble I am, how not like Cell Waters I actually behaved. But these people didn't want the truth. These people wanted their intellectually lazy narratives that I was a monster and a fiend. They thought they were doing the righteous thing by hurting me. Meanwhile, and somebody says, no, Andrew, nobody has confirmed and corroborated there were conspirators and gang stalkers. You're just coming to a feeling of conviction about what you suspect is true. Nobody has confirmed and corroborated this. There's no evidence of this. You just suspect it. That's delusional thinking, when you come to a feeling of conviction about what you imagine to be true. So just accept things at face value. Just accept things you have evidence of. Unless somebody tells me to my face they intended to torture me because of my social media content, well, don't believe that until somebody confirms and corroborates there are hidden realities.